We are live. A very happy Friday to you. We are cutting teal tails right there. Should I say green wing teal tails? Simple and easy, easy and simple. Now, these cut-out pieces, I'll put them into the slots. And I fill the body back together. What does that even mean, I fill the body back together? That didn't sound right. My little teal tail jig. All I do is basically put it on there, strike it. I did that, and then I do this. So that was my last one. Again, I'm using a jig that is the thickness of my tail. And my cutouts, I'm going to come back, when I glue the tail, I'm going to glue these guys in on each side. And then I'll just grind them up and finish them up. I'm going to glue the tails first before I cut the shelf for the heads. This is what I got. Now I've got more bodies cut. These guys, I just need to put bottom boards on them. Those are old ones from last season. And I can show you this. I was not 100% convinced about this pattern. So yesterday I just had to put one together. This is a body that was screwed together, had not been cut, so I cut a shelf in there for the neck. That's going to kind of more or less be the profile of it. So I'm happy with it. They get hollowed out, try to make it as light as possible. Screw the large washer, glue it, screw it, call it done. Give you an idea on the bigger heads. There's a golden eye. He's still apart, but I went with 2 screws in there. And I was really bored yesterday afternoon. I put this guy together real quick. Still need to do a little bit of work on the transition of the neck. Kevin, yes, I do always hollow them. I just did a video that will be up on YouTube here shortly. This is an old piece. I guess I can adjust the camera up on. This is an old piece of Wiley cork. Cork is tree bark. So back in the day, in Wilmington, Delaware, Wiley cork imported tree bark, kind of if you will, a reference to like a Play-Doh factory extruder. They had a big hopper, extruded on down. Hey Matthew, how are you? And would basically come out in 2-inch cork. They eventually did 4-inch cork, but you got 2-inch blocks. They came in a box of, actually here's an old Wiley box up there. It came in duck blocks. I can't remember the dimensions. Duck blocks and goose blocks. I know the goose blocks made a very nice oversized duck. But my point in this is, why do I hollow them? This did not absorb water. This was, a lot of times they use this cork in expansion joints and bridges. It was almost like a lumberyard. When you went up there, when you went out back, they just had sheets of cork just laying out in the weather. It was all stacked, like a lumberyard would be. So it does not, thank you, we are, does not, and Captain, where are you from? I'm sorry. It does not absorb water. So, current day, all of our cork, just like the tails I just cut up, this is high density tan cork that's imported from Portugal. It's made in Portugal, and I never really found out why the process of Wiley's and why gotcha, Ontario, very nice. Why it was so waterproof, but it was so twofold. I give Tom Matus, Boise, Idaho, credit on this. He told me, Jeff, if you hollow them out, there's going to be less cork. If they do get wet, there's going to be less cork to absorb water. So that's the first reason. And then the second reason, the reason I really like, is I'm going to eventually do the Pitboss brand in the bottom. And the brand on straight up cork doesn't look that good, but the brand in wood, I think does look good. So that was my reason for hollowing them out, especially with sea ducks. Here's another scoter. Especially with sea ducks, these things do get shot and they do get very, very heavy. Just absorbs water. It doesn't matter how well you seal them up. As soon as they get shot, dog's toenails, whatever the case may be. As soon as it breaks the paint, you're going to get, or a good chance that you can get water to absorb in there. So, thoughts, comments, questions, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much again. Like the whole work story I will have up. I filmed it here a little bit ago, and I'll get it up as quick as I can. But I appreciate you taking the time to follow along. Thank you very much. If you could, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the way I carve, give me a thumbs down. And if you don't currently, please subscribe. Okay, so I went the video that's going to be up next. I went over this, but I'll go with it with you too. I usually actually use 2 glues. Used to be able to get Elmer's glue, had expanding polyurethane glue. It's a couple bucks cheaper, but I can't seem to find that anymore. So we go with the Gorilla Glue and then tight bond through. So kind of get the best of both worlds. Where this is a very strong waterproof glue. This is a waterproof glue, but at the same time it expands. And just like you saw, excuse me there, just like you can see, it does blow out and kind of fill some gaps, fill some voids. Here's a little bit right, well, there's a big bunch there on the side, right? But a little bit right in there. So that's all. I always use that. I really can't remember. I give Tom credit for Howland and then the waterproof. He actually said to use, if you want to take it a step further, and I did them in the beginning where I actually would take West Systems, a 2-part epoxy, coat the inside, and glue that together. But I'd like to, where are they at? Oh, here they are. I'd like to put 2 pennies in so we can say that my decoys are worth at least 2 cents. But if you use epoxy, you're going to get glued and you're not going to hear them rattle. So I've kind of switched that up. Plus, honestly, especially in today's world, man, resins and epoxies are like through the roof. So, yeah, polyurethane glue is even affecting that too. So that's all I got. Thank you for joining and tuning in, taking the time out of your day. A very happy Friday to you. Yeah, that's all I got. Again, if you don't subscribe, I think it's down here. Please do it. Here or here? It's here, right? Please do it there if you could. Thank you very much. Kurt, what is up, man? I am doing Teal Tails. Your name came up yesterday in conversation. We're doing green wing teal tails. Doing some green wing teal. Just cut all the tail. Well, I just cut all the tails that I have. I got a big piles down here still of bodies that I gotta cut boards for. Fred West. Yeah, man. Fred West Farms Decoys has I lent my planer tool, so I'm going to pick that up this afternoon so I can plane some of these boards down. Here, actually, while I have this here, there it is, Wiley. Can you see it in there? Wiley Cork, Wilmington, Delaware. I saved one old box. And Kurt, I just went through a show. Surf Scooter. Another surf. Lost the bottom of it. Yeah, man, thank you. Kurt, I missed you, man. I think we may be, there's a rumor that we may be in Harford County tomorrow. Here is a little green wing. I wasn't sure about this head. Really, I wasn't sure about that pattern right there. So yesterday I threw one together real quick just to make sure it looked good. And go down. All right, I've rambled enough. I feel a little bit hungry. The time is 12:30. Thank you, Kurt. Yeah, it's more of, it's just a better transition. There's the same pattern. That pattern and that pattern are the same. It's just that the transition is much nicer, I think, on this one than this one. And instead of using a knife like I would, I'm basically burning everything, just kind of speeding the process up a little bit. So, yeah. All right. Again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Yes, I'm just trying to get better, trying to make things simpler and easier. And I did not get a lot of these teal finished last year that I had deposits on for people, and I did offer to give their money back. They said, no man, we want your birds, which I was very thankful and happy to hear. But I just got to become, I got to become just more efficient. I guess is probably the best word. It's more efficient. Yeah, I like that, more efficient. And I think that's what it is. So there's kind of this one's not been sanded up. It's a little different. Somewhere I have one of these that's done 100%. But just roughed with the bill burnt. Come back in, we'll sand that up, get a little bit better shape in there, get them nice and clean. So, all right. Once again, thank you very much. Could give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down if you don't like my style of gardening. If you do not already, please right down here, subscribe, and more to come, more to follow. Have a great weekend, and please be safe. As always, thinking of you, we are. Oh.